Hi OpenBoxes users, this is a brief walkthrough of the new OpenBoxes dashboard. I'm currently on the new dashboard page. My location is Ringwawu Pharmacy Warehouse, and I'm just going to show you where to find all of your old reports and some of the new widgets that we have put in place in order to help you do your work. So the first thing I'm going to note here is your inventory details by lot and bin in your top left corner. This is your bin location report. So if you need to find your bin location report, you can go here as usual, or you can click here, and this will redirect you to your bin location report. This number here is just a count of the lines in the report. The next really important report that has moved is the inventory by product report. So this widget here is your inventory by product report. Once again, you can of course still get to this through your reporting inventory reports in stock report. But if you want to see your inventory summary by product here, you can just click on any one of these bars. So this one shows you your in-stock. If you have maximum and reorder and minimum levels set, you can click here to see your products that are within those categories, and then you can click here to see your products that are no longer in stock. Great. So that brings me right to that inventory report. And then I can just go back to my dashboard. Your expiration summary report is also here. Now, once again, of course, it's still in your reporting menu, expired stock and expiring stock, but it's also here. So how do you see your expired stock? Well, this graph shows you all of the products that are expiring in a given amount of time. So, for example, you can click on, if you want to see expired stock, you can click on today. These are all the products that have expired before today. And that will bring you right to your expired list. Now, if you want to see expiring within 30 days, 90 days, or 180 days, you can just click on these points. The light blue points have data behind them. You can also expand this to show a full year. So let's say I want to see expiring within 1 year. I would just click here. And there we go. This is all of our expiring items. And of course, we can still get also the different configurations here. So I'm going to go back to my dashboard. Those are the three main reports that are on our normal dashboard. There are, of course, some other things like recent activity and catalogs and tags. The recent activity has been removed, but the catalogs and tags are still here, just not on the dashboard. So you just have to go to your products, and then you have your formularies, and then you have your tags. So you can still see that information, it just won't be on the dashboard. If you do have a desire to see that information on the dashboard, please let us know and we can add it back in. So I want to show you a few other indicators that we have here. One is your products in receiving bin. So for sites that are using the bin location feature, this gives you an idea of how many products you have sitting waiting to be put away. And if you click through here, you will get a link to the bin location report where you can look at your products in your receiving bin. It also shows you your in-progress shipments. So this is custom to the user. I have one shipment that I am working on in Ringwobble Pharmacy Warehouse. So if I click here, this will open for me a list of all of my shipments that I am working on in this warehouse. My in-progress putaways is the same thing. I don't have any in-progress putaways in Ringwobble Pharmacy Warehouse, but it will tell me any putaways created by me that are not complete, and it will bring me to a list of those so that I can continue to work on them. Another widget is your incoming stock movements by status. This helps you just break out what exactly is coming into your warehouse. So you'll see that we don't have received on here. This is just stock movements that are in progress. At the moment, we have 16 pending stock movements, meaning they haven't shipped yet, but they're being packed. 46 shipped stock movements and 30 partially received stock movements. You can click on any of these numbers, and you'll get a list of those stock movements. So this is a really great way to monitor your incoming and make sure that you are aware of everything that's on the way. Also, for example, if you don't do partial receiving and you have some partially received stock movements, that's an indication that you have to go and close some things out. So hopefully that will help people to manage their incoming list. Similarly, we have outgoing stock movements in progress. So unlike this one up here, this one is specific to my stock movements that I created. This is for my warehouse, all of the stock movements that we have in progress that we have not shipped yet. So you can see, because this is a test server, we have some funny data here. We have a lot of stock movements that were created but haven't been shipped, and it's been greater than 7 days. Normally, you would hopefully have 0 in this indicator. But you have your outgoing stock movements in progress that are created less than 4 days ago, so fairly recently. Greater than 4 days ago, which means there's probably something wrong. You know, we're not usually packing something for more than 4 days unless it's extremely large. And then greater than 7 days ago, which is like, you should probably follow up on this. We probably need to delete that stock movement because maybe it was a duplicate, or maybe we didn't end up shipping the stock. Whatever it is. Once again, you can click on each of these. It will give you a list of the shipments. I'm going to skip over my value of stock loss to expiry for now, and I'm going to show you the delayed incoming stock movements. So delayed incoming stock movements is going to give you any incoming stock movements that should have been received but are not by now, according to OpenBoxes. So OpenBoxes has an idea of approximately how long it should take to receive a shipment that has been shipped. So for air, for example, it might be about 1 month with customs clearance. For sea, it might be about 2 months. For land, it might be about 1 week. Any shipments that have taken longer than this, it will flag those shipments for you and then also give you a list. So you can see there's a really long list because this is a staging server. We have a lot of test data. And you can click on any of these shipments and it will give you the status of this shipment, and you can take action on it. So that's a good way to figure out if there's anything that needs to be followed up on that's incoming, that for some reason, is stuck in customs or didn't arrive or someone's forgotten to receive it, whatever that situation is. And this last one here is items received with a discrepancy. So this is showing you a list of all of your shipments where there was a discrepancy upon receipt, and giving you a link to that shipment. So you can filter for a variety of different time periods. So let's say I just want to see this month. This month we didn't have any. Last 3 months we have a few. So This is telling me essentially that shipment 002FGF, I received one item against this that was not as expected on the packing list. This one I received 2 items that were not on the packing, that were different from on the packing list. So what I can do is I can just click on this shipment and I can take a look at it. This is a really important way to just follow up on anything that was incorrectly, either the packing list was incorrect or something was lost. It just gives you an idea of if there are things that we need to be reaching out to vendors about in order to try to correct issues that have come in. So those are your main indicators, and I'm going to go back up to my value of stock loss to expiry for a second, because this is actually not part of the main configuration. I actually added this indicator for myself. And so what I can do as a user now is I can configure this dashboard however I want to configure it. So for example, I can, if I want to move this indicator off of my main dashboard, and I'll show you how to access your other dashboards, then all I have to do is just press and click and then drop it down here in Archive Indicator. Now if I go to my left navigation, you see this little arrow here? It's going to tell me this dashboard layout has been edited and ask if I want to save my configuration. So I can move things around as much as I want, and if I don't save this configuration, it will just, the next time I reload the page, it will go back to the old configuration. So if you just want to move things around for fun, you can just not press save, and then it will go back to the way that we've configured this for you. If you want to save it because you want to say, okay, this is the way, these are the indicators that I want to always see from my dashboard, you can press save. You can also add indicators. So here at the bottom, we have an archived indicators bucket. There are several other indicators that are not on our default page. And you are welcome to go through a list of any of these indicators and choose them and drag them out into your main dashboard. And then once again, if you save that, then you will always see that indicator on your main dashboard. While we're talking about the left navigation, I want to show you guys a bunch of what these other dashboard menus are. So the My Dashboard menu is the one that's configurable. This is the one that you'll always see first when you land on a page. And it's the one that you can change to suit your needs. These other dashboards are specific to specific use cases. And so we're trying to group together indicators that are useful for a specific type of job or type of task that you're doing. So for now, we have warehouse management, inventory management, and transaction history. We are going to continue to add more, including one around procurement. The warehouse management one looks exactly like my dashboard. Your dashboard is, because most of our users are warehouse managers, the main dashboard is default configured to be the warehouse management dashboard. So these will look exactly the same to you. These are not configurable by you. So these are preset based on your administrators, what your administrators decide that they should look like. So if you want to make changes to them, you can email your administrator and express your feedback. So once again, these are all the same indicators that we already just saw, so I'm not going to go over it extensively. We also have an inventory management dashboard. Now, you might ask, what's the difference between warehouse management and inventory management? It's just a little bit more focused on ensuring your inventory accuracy versus, all of your ins and outs and all of the various things you're managing in the warehouse. This dashboard is showing you more sort of what are some potential problems with your inventory, what are your potential issues that you're coming up with, and so what are that you should be looking at. So we have, once again, your products in your receiving bin. That's telling you whether you have some putaways that you need to get done. Items inventory this month is just giving you an idea of how many cycle counts you've done this month, how many items have you done an inventory adjustment on. Products in your default bin. So once again, if you're using the bin location function, you don't want to have products in your default bin. You want to have them assigned to a particular bin. So this is giving you an indication of how many products you're going to need to go back and make sure to actually reallocate them to a bin. Products with negative inventory, this gives you a snapshot of how many products you have on hand that have a negative inventory, which means obviously there's some kind of problem with your inventory, right, if it's negative. This will show you the first one in the tooltip, but also all of these reports link to your bin location report, so then you can see the details of these different indicators. Your expired products in stock is exactly the same as your normal expired products report, and if you click through, you'll get your expired products report. It's just giving you an indication of, okay, we have 29 products that are expired in stock, we should probably do something about it. So these indicators are really designed to give you a snapshot of how clean is your data, how good is your inventory looking, so that you can take some action. We also have the incoming stock movements by status, the delayed incoming stock movements as a way to help you clean up your incoming, because we sometimes do get some junk in incoming. And then we have your percentage of products inventoried. And this is just going to give you, for example, we're targeting probably inventorying every product once per year, right? So this is showing you how many products, what percentage of your products you've inventoried in the last 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months. And it gives you a red, amber, green. So if you're within, if you're close to 100% for your last 12 months, then you'll have a green. If you're a little farther off, you'll have a yellow. And if you're very far off, you'll have a red. So those are your inventory management indicators. We will continue to add to this, and once again, please provide feedback on the kinds of indicators that would be interesting to you in this area. And finally, the transaction history. So this has a few different indicators. You have your incoming stock movements by status, which is one that we've already talked about. You have your value of stock lost to expiry. So this has dummy data right now, so it doesn't look quite right, but this essentially shows you what percentage of your stock and what the total value of that is that you have lost to expiry each month, so you can track that. You also have your stock movements received by month and your stock movements sent by month. These are just counts of how many stock movements you've received each month and how many you've sent. And you'll see that they're broken down by vendor, so you can take a look and see, we received 41 shipments from IMRES in June out of 52 total. So it just gives you a nice snapshot of what your incoming has looked like for the past several months and your volume of work. And that can be, you can change your time horizon here. Same thing for the sent. This is just showing yes, like we sent 82 shipments in January, 124 in February, 68 in March. So it's just giving you an idea of the volume that you're maintaining over time. And once again, these are stacked by different locations. So there are an enormous amount of locations here, but you can still see sort of what percentage is Butaro Hospital out of this total number. So we're going to continue to be adding indicators as time goes on. So you'll keep seeing new indicators on these different dashboards, and we're also going to keep adding dashboards, different collections of widgets that tell a specific story about the work that you're doing. So please, please, please feel free to give feedback on anything new you want to see, also anything that might be broken. Or anything that isn't expressed as clearly as you would like. Maybe you want to see something in a different way. So that's all for now, and please remember to send us an email if you have any changes. Thanks.